To watch the latest from India Science, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press on the bell icon to get notifications on all the science-related videos.
In our episode this week, we talk about a variant of the new coronavirus, which is making news. We also tell you the science behind pulse oximeters, which are instruments helping COVID-19 patients isolating at home. Hello and namaskar. I am Bhagishri Gupta and you are watching SciTech. India is grappling with the second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. What put us in this position? Was it because some of us let our guards down and ignored precautions? Or was it the work of new variants of the virus? Some experts believe that a strain called double mutant might be behind the surge in cases. What is a double mutant? Where did it first emerge? And most importantly, are vaccines effective against them? We'll tell you this and more in our video.
Most of us associate mutants with bloodthirsty villains. What we often miss is that some mutants can be weak. Many mutants have emerged during the COVID-19 pandemic. Experts are keeping an eye on the trouble-causing ones. These include the more infectious variants and those that could cause more severe disease and escape the immune system's surveillance. Humans and viruses have been locked in a fierce battle since time immemorial. When viruses infect our bodies, our immune system fights the intruder. It can stop a second attack by the same virus by swiftly recognizing it. However, this doesn't mean that the virus has lost the battle. Evolution gives viruses a fighting chance by allowing them to mutate. Viruses continuously mutate by introducing changes to their genetic material, and SARS-CoV-2 is no different. Several variants of the new coronavirus have since emerged. We have heard of the UK variant, South African and Brazilian variant. Experts call them variants of concern. In India, the so-called double mutant strain is increasingly gaining a foothold. It is circulating widely in Maharashtra, where it was detected for the first time in October 2020. Several countries like Australia, Belgium, Germany, Ireland, Namibia, New Zealand, Singapore, the UK and the US. The variant is called double mutant because it contains mutations from two different strains. One of them is the E484Q mutation, which is similar to the fast-spreading Brazilian and South African variants. The other is the L452R mutation, which helps the virus escape our body's natural immune response. Both these mutations are in the spike protein, which helps the new coronavirus attach and enter human cells. Researchers worry that some mutations in this region could make it easier for the virus to infect us. 60 days before April 2nd, researchers detected the variant in 24% of patient samples. Rakesh Mishra, the Hyderabad-based director of the Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology, thinks that the double mutant appears to be spreading faster than the others. Sooner or later, it will become prevalent in the whole country, given the way it is spreading, he told Bloomberg. Experts believe the double mutant could be behind the second wave, but they also think that people also have a part to play. Non-compliance with physical distancing, mask wearing and other public health measures may also have contributed to the current surge, according to Stephen Goldstein, a research associate in evolutionary virology at the University of Utah, told Bloomberg. It's difficult to say if any given variant is responsible without a fair amount of pretty rigorous epidemiological work, he added. This brings us to a more pressing question. Are the current vaccines effective against the double mutant? Some researchers believe that this strain is capable of escaping the immune system's radar. The antibodies created after vaccination or infection might fail to protect people from infection. We need more data to test whether the double mutant is capable of pulling this feat. It is also important to remember that many vaccines were less effective against the South African variant. However, they could still provide more than 50% protection from a severe disease. Experts will ramp up efforts to study how the virus is mutating in the country. We also have a bit to do. Please mask up and follow COVID-19 appropriate behavior.
Pulse oximeters are in demand these days. The gadget is helping COVID-19 patients monitor their blood oxygen levels. If the device shows a drop in blood oxygen levels, people are advised to seek medical attention. So how does this medical gadget work? We'll tell you in our video.
The COVID-19 pandemic has burdened our hospitals and frontline workers. Doctors advise patients to seek hospitalization when the infection takes a turn for the worse. But how would one know when they need medical attention? Pulse oximeters, which are medical gadgets, appear to be helping. Some experts advise that COVID-19 patients monitor their blood oxygen levels, which should ideally fall between 95 and 100 at home. Low oxygen levels could damage the brain if it drops below 95. Patients are advised to consult their doctors immediately. Pulse oximeters measure blood oxygen levels in the arterial blood by measuring hemoglobin, a protein that carries oxygen. You might wonder, why arterial blood? Well, 98% of hemoglobin is saturated with oxygen in the arterial blood instead of 75% in the venous blood. Blood in the arteries transport oxygen to various body parts. Now, let's look at how the pulse oximeter works. One needs to clip the device onto a finger to measure blood oxygen levels. The device comes armed with LEDs, which shine two types of light, red light and infrared light, into the skin. The light passes through the tissue and gets out, which is then picked up by a detector. The monitor then flashes the blood oxygen levels. If you are healthy, your blood will absorb more infrared light and let red light pass through. But if it absorbs more red light and lets out more infrared light, your blood oxygen levels are critical. However, pulse oximeters are far from perfect. These devices can sometimes provide inaccurate readings. Nevertheless, people should watch out for other symptoms as well. These include blue coloring of face, lips or nails turning blue, shortness of breath, difficulty breathing or worsening cough, restlessness and discomfort, chest pain or tightness, and fast or racing pulse rate.
Well, that's all for this episode of SciTech. You can send us your valuable feedback on the email ID flashing on your screens. Also download India Science app or visit our website www.indiascience.in for more such videos. Don't forget to follow us on our social media handles as well. Before signing off, here is Fact of the Day for you.
A Japanese bioengineer, Takuo Oyagi's research led to the invention of the first pulse oximeter.